Good morning, guys. It's Friday morning. Spent a good chunk of yesterday doing some flood management out in the yard. No, not really flooding, just spring runoff. It's warming up, things are melting, so put little trenches in, drain some of the water away, and it's nice to play outside for a little bit anyway. It's what old guys do in the spring when they have spring fever. Anyway, I've been also dicking around welding on the exhaust. I pulled the driver's side pipe off. It's sitting on sawhorses, and I've been welding and grinding on that. I'm going to get the other side done as well. And yeah, waiting for some engine parts. But for the most part in this video, I'm going to be concentrating on the interior. I've got to get the area around the back window and the dash paint ready, get it painted. I don't want to wait until the upholstery is done because there's a headliner. I don't want, I'd like to get the guy to put it in as soon as it's ready. So for that, I need the stuff painted. So you don't want to start spraying paint after the upholstery is in place. That would be kind of stupid. So yeah, I'm going to get on that. The interior is going the same color as the firewall. It's just not going to be high gloss. It's going to be a satin clear. That for glare reasons, you don't want the glare coming off the dash and blinding you in the sun. And it kind of softens it a little bit and blends in with the upholstery a bit better. So yeah, get that ready, get it painted, at least in primer anyway. I don't have the satin clear here. I'm going to have to pick some up on Monday, but we'll get a paint ready anyhow. So let's get to it. Okay, so there's the exhaust pipe. Yeah, over here, inside this thing, right here, you can see this dent here. It's coming into the cab. So I'm going to fix that up a little bit. The rest is good. And then I've just got a little bit of sanding to do here. And I should probably figure out my steering column mount under the dash as well. Get those holes drilled. And then, yeah, should be ready for paint or primer. So I should remove that too. Anyhow, I'm going to get after this thing probably first and get her filled and sanded and smoothed out. Not bad. Okay, ready for filler. All right. Oh. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. We'll let that set up. Okay, it took 3 or 4 coats, but it's done and looks okay. Dash has been sanded as well. It's ready to go. Now, something I hadn't done yet was bolt down and drill the holes up underneath to fasten my pedal assembly. And while I've got it in there, I'm going to drill the holes. I'm also going to cut that off and relocate it to where I want it. It'll be down around here somewhere below the column. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. All right, so that's fastened in there now. I've cut the pedal off. So now I want this somewhere down here below the column. So I've got to bridge the gap between that and that. So I got a couple of candidates here. Went upstairs and rummaged around and pulled out this stuff. Motorcycle kicker and a motorcycle brake pedal. And this one here I think is 48 to 50 Ford setup, brake and clutch pedal assembly. So I'm looking at these here. I don't think either one of these is going to work. This one here is bent the wrong way. So I'm thinking my best candidate is right here. So I'm going to cut it up oversize and maybe vice grip it together to see what we end up with and go from there. So I'm going to cut it off first and see what we got. Okay, so I was wrong about the old Ford piece. It just didn't work out. So what I ended up using was the Honda kickstart lever. And you can see it's got a good surface area to weld. And yeah, worked out pretty good. I did have to, excuse the racket, but I put it on the vise and got my BFH, which is big hammer with a, well, I'm sure you can guess what the F stands for. And I beat the hell out of this thing like it owed me money. So put a nice little bend in it, and it's going to work out pretty good, So let's see here. So I got lots of throw. It's all good. I'll just have to figure out fastening the pedal itself to the bottom. But I can tack this in, take this off, weld it up real solid, and make sure it's good. So yeah, moving on. Okay. Gotta make sure she's clean. Damn it. What the? That's some ugly welding. Okay, I'm going to clean that up once it cools off a bit, and then show you what I end up with. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, there we go. Plenty of clearance for the column. Just put a spring in there temporary. That's pretty much the location. So yeah, we're good to go. So once it's painted black and everything, I mean, it'll be fine. So now that that's in place, the only other thing I have left to do under the dash is the steering column mount. It's going to be a bolt-on, so it's not holding me up as far as being ready to prime the dash and this area back here. So that's good to go. When I'm going to prime these sections, I'm also going to get the inner fenders and the hood latch panel done, because they're going the same color, right? So I want to spray that color at the same time. So that's those two panels there, and that sucker hidden around the corner. Needs a little bit of body work on it, but no worries. And now that the pedal setup is in, I can clean up my booster and master cylinder, mount it, and I can hook up my brake lines from the proportioning valve up to the master, and then put in my two front flex lines, which I have here. They're steel braided ones. Came with a kit. I'll be able to put fluid in and bleed the brakes, and this thing will have brakes. So yeah, that's a big plus. Also, I'm waiting for my speedy sleeve for the harmonic balancer. I'm hoping I can get one locally. The one I had lined up, they sent me an email, said they're out of stock. So you know, there was a couple on eBay that they wanted twice as much for shipping as it was for the sleeve. I'm not paying that. There's no way. Anyway, hopefully I can get one locally. You know, most bearing places can probably get them. Timken makes them, I think, and a few other bearing outfits. But anyway, so yeah, once I get that on, I can get my pulley on, the belt, the fan, put the rad in, hook up all my cooling lines, and etc., etc. Because the fuel system is done and it's wired up to you know, to be fired, so it'll run. So it's just cooling stuff I have left to do. I'm gonna make myself a new list. That one's a little outdated. A bunch of things on that list have been crossed off, so yeah, I'll make up a new list for the next video. And speaking of videos, I'm gonna finish making this one, and then I'm gonna get on finishing welding the exhaust. I get the other pipe off, get that welded, painted. I have the gaskets, get it mounted, and then I'm good to go. So yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, back in a bit. Okay, so I got a bunch of the interior stuff ready to roll. Tomorrow I'm going to hit the lumber yard, pick up the material I need for the door panels, the kick panels, and the visors. I got to get that stuff over to the upholstery shop. So yeah, I'll get that made up. When I prime the dash and the area around the back window, I also want to do the inner fenders and the hood latch panel because they're going the same color, so it only makes sense. And tomorrow I'm going to pick up some satin clear for the interior. You know, like I said, I'm not going high gloss in the interior, going to go satin, tone it down a little bit. So yeah, pick all that stuff up on Monday, I guess. What else? Yeah, I'm gonna keep on rolling on the exhaust. I haven't been showing it because exhaust videos, for whatever reason, don't do very well. And you've seen most of it anyway. Yeah, so I'll carry on welding that up, get it painted, and back on the truck for good. Gotta get my rubbers in under the at the cab mount location so I can bolt the thing down, and that should be it for lifting and dropping it down. I should be done with that crap, so I can go ahead and put the booster and the brake lines on and all that stuff. So yeah, moving right along. New subscribers, thank you very much, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. You know, my subscribers rate has slowed down a little bit lately. I don't know if guys are getting tired of this same project or what, but you know, I am thinking about the next project already, as you know, and so we'll carry on with that kind of stuff. Anyhow, this one has got to get done, so that's priority, period. What else? Yeah, don't be afraid to leave comments down below. I always enjoy the comments, and I try and answer each and every one of them. And yeah, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.